Welcome to the Cosmic Drag Podcast with Reshena, the homegirl healer, your source for the trillest, intuitive coaching and encouragement for Black women straight from the universe. Get ready for some real spilling and real healing.
Hey homegirls, it's your girl Reshena, the homegirl healer, and this is the Cosmic Drag, honey. We finna pull these cards and let the universe drag us for filth and for healing at the same damn time. So you better secure them little candy corns you call edges, girl, before they get cosmically snatched, and let's get into it. So hey everybody, welcome to this week's episode of the Cosmic Drag, child. So excited to be here. Yeah, so we're going to get right into it because this episode is kind of special. So the deck that we're going to be using today is the Okana Oracle by Lolu S. Y'all heard that Black Girl Magic last week. This is her other deck, one of her other decks, and I'm so excited to be sharing this with y'all today. So first of all, before we get into anything, child, I want y'all to go follow Lolu on Instagram at Okana Oracle, girl, and tell her your homegirl sent you, child. Make sure you follow her and get into the amazing stuff that she's doing. So today's episode, obviously, child, y'all know what today is. Well, if you're listening to it on the day it comes out, we're going to be reading with this deck on Halloween, child, All Hallows Eve, because we're getting into some shadow work, honey. It's the right time to do it, okay? Because the veil is thin and healing is in, okay? So let's get on into it. So let's see what cards the universe got for us at the moment. First of all, y'all, I'm even scared to be shuffling these cards because this is like, child, these cards feel like butter and velvet and luxury, child. So I'm nervous. But anyway, let me handle them with care. All right, let's see. What is the first card? Okay, nurture. All right, that is card 1. What's card 2? Ooh, grit. Yes, honey. Yes, grit. And card 3. Iron. Okay, so let's get into what these cards mean, child. Let's just jump right into this cosmic read on this Halloween where we doing our shadow work. And we're starting with nurture. All right, so the cards in this deck are very similar. If you listen to last week's episode, if you haven't, child, go get into it, girl. It's good. The art on these cards is a similar type of art to the ones from the Okana Oracle. It's very like elegant and sophisticated, but very simple. And so on this card, we have a hummingbird, a very beautiful hummingbird dipped in gold, honey. Yes, let's get into it. But the card for this is nurture, and the phrase on the card says, "The waters run deep." Yes. Okay. So this card in this Oracle deck is associated with the element of water. So we already know that we're getting into some emotional stuff, child. We need to get in tune with our emotional selves. And that's definitely some shadow work for your ass, because a lot of people do not want to get into the emotional aspects of our shadow work. We're trying to avoid that. So that's why we don't do it, but it's perfect that we kicked off with the element of water based on this reading. So this card is really an opportunity for us to deep dive into reciprocity, child, the concept of reciprocity. So we are often giving out so much, and that is great, but sometimes we forget that we have to receive too, okay? There's two sides to this thing. Reciprocity is two sides to it. So we have to give, but we also have to receive. And sometimes we're not always thinking about that. And it's really important for us to understand energetic exchange, right? Because energetic exchange is really a cosmic law that the universe is definitely going to make sure that your ass keep getting until you get it right. And so what this card is really calling us to do is to let go of the martyrdom bullshit, okay? Let go of having to be the savior for literally everybody you know, and nobody is coming in to swoop you up and put some water in your cup, okay? And so when we talk about martyrs, like, what do we know about them? Like, martyrs basically, child, real quick definition, even though I'm not no damn dictionary, child, but martyrs die for their beliefs. And so even though you may not physically die because you're giving so much of yourself, like, giving on empty does kill the spirit. And so we have to kind of deprogram ourselves from feeling the need to always give to the point that we exhaust ourselves, that we allow pieces of ourselves to fall away so we can put some water in somebody else's cup. Ain't nobody got time for that, child. Okay. So with that, let's get to this next card, grit. Okay. So on this card, there is a cat, obviously, and how fun. It's on the card is black and it's Halloween and it's a cat. But anyway, so the card of grit. So the message on the card says, when a needle falls into a well, many people will look into the well, but few will go down after it. Now that is a word, a read, and a drag, child. So when we think about this card, it's associated with the element of fire in this deck. Okay, so shout out to fire because we need that from time to time. But when we really get into this card, it's really giving like nosy neighbor tease, child. It's giving poking your nose where it may not be needed. Now, most people, like, if they see that you will step in and you'll handle their business on their behalf to their benefit, they're going to let you do it over and over and over again. You know what I'm saying? Like, people will let you fix things for them. And sometimes, like what this card is really talking about is us being so quick to jump into things that really don't have nothing to do with us, okay? And one thing I want you to consider is that if you're constantly, getting into the mix of things that you should not be mixed into, you're going to get tired and you're going to be mad because folks saw your nosy, meddling ass was a sucker and they licked it. You doing all their business and all of the work that they should be doing for themselves. You're doing it for them. And honey, that is not a problem. That is not a sustainable way to live, okay? So with that, child, let's go on and get to this iron card. So yes, even though I'm not the animal equivalent of an ornithologist, child, I think that this is a rhino that is on this card. There is a really great message that has been on my mind since I pulled the card out the deck just now. But it says, dogs have 4 legs, but only walk one path. Ooh, child, my mind was a little bit blown by that. Well, a lot of bit blown by that. So basically, this card is associated with the element of earth in this deck. And what it really caused us to consider is the fact that your beliefs, like our beliefs, our personal beliefs, are ours and we are entitled to them. But let's not let our beliefs be the hill that we're willing to die on rather than being willing to learn and expand our perspectives, right? So we are able to receive information from other people that we can synthesize that might help us to see things in a different way, that might elevate us or put us in a better position or help us to be more knowledgeable about something, okay? You don't have to be right all the time, okay? Don't let your way be the highway to you having a lack of compassion and consideration for others, for you allowing others to have their opinions, for you being willing to engage people so that everybody can learn and everybody can grow, okay? Because you keep playing around and you're going to end up lonely on that little raggedy ass highway, child, okay? So be open, be willing to listen, be willing to be wrong, and be willing to learn, okay? So with that, child, let's get into the part that I know you here for and the part that I'm definitely here for, and that is that cosmic drag, honey, okay? So you are pouring into everyone else's cup, but you ain't saving none for yourself, and you left out here with an empty, dry-ass cup, child. Who has time for that? You better learn how to give from the excess spilling out of your cup, honey. The excess that is spilling out of your cup onto your saucer or your coaster or whatever it is that you're setting your beverage on. That is where you need to give. Make sure that that cup is full, okay? Stop worrying about what's in everybody else's cup, okay? Worry about making sure your cup is full and that you're happy with what's in your cup, all right? Like me personally, I'm definitely a brown liquor babe. I'm focusing on the Uncle Nearest in my cup, child. I'm not focused on the Foudre vodka in that lady's cup over there. I'm not focused on the Tea Capri tequila in the next chick's cup, okay? I'm focused on what's in my cup. And if you didn't know, yes, child, those are all Black-owned liquor brands, okay? So if you get into it, then go ahead and get into it, child, and check them out. But anyway, you don't have to know everything. You don't know everything, and you don't have to. Be okay with being wrong sometimes and learn from it. Learn how to listen twice as much as you talk. Open your mind to new information and perspectives and grow from it. Get out your fucking box. Learn how to mind the business that pays you. Okay? Stay happy by staying in your lane. Stop giving your shit away. And for God's sake, child, take off the damn cape. Ain't nobody got time for Superwoman syndrome, okay? That is old and played out. All right? Because what you need to know is that you are enough as is. Period, sis. You don't owe nobody none of what's in your cup. You can give your best to everyone, but keep your all for yourself. Because you deserve to be a little selfish with your energy. Your business is popping. Like your personal business is popping. You don't need to worry about anyone else's, okay? Let them sort that out and handle it. You have bossing up and glowing up and blowing up and doing the damn thinging up to do. You ain't got time to be fixing nobody else's shit. You don't know, no loyalty to the disloyal, okay? Don't accept anything less than reciprocity, goddess. Do not accept anything other than that. And I want you to know that setting them boundaries, it looks good on you. So put them in place and don't let these people play you, okay? So anyway, we are about to wind down. But before we go, let's get into this cosmic drip, okay? And this week's cosmic drip is, I honor the light and the shadow sides of myself and balance them accordingly. I honor the light and the shadow sides of myself and balance them accordingly. I honor the light and the shadow sides of myself and balance them accordingly. So before we get out of here, I really, really, really want you to, the takeaway from this episode is to be willing to do the shadow work. When you look at each of the messages in these cards, there is literally like in each one, there is a desire to do what you think is best. Pouring into everybody and giving your all to everybody, or helping or putting yourselves in situations to take on responsibilities that you think people need help with. Or, being willing to, thinking that you know what is best for everybody and that you know everything or that you're always right. All of those things are rooted in wanting to do good or what you think is right, but you need to really examine, why is that the way that you're operating? There is a shadow side to all of that. And those are the things that we need to address to fully advance our healing. So be willing to get to the uncomfortable shit, okay? Be willing to address the things about you that may be toxic. Everybody got a little bit of toxic in them. And those of us who are healing are trying to work those things out. But be willing to address those things so you can grow past them, okay? Do your damn shadow work, all right? And get your mind right. But anyway, y'all always know that your girl always got Reiki classes popping. If you go to my website, thehomegirlhealer.com, you can see all of the dates and you can register there. And I can't wait to see you in class, child, because it's a celebration every time we link up in the Homegirl Healers Reiki class, okay? Let me get your Reiki life right. Let me get this healing drip right for you, honey, okay? Because trust, I do my work and I do it well. So come through and let's get this Reiki journey popping together. Also, hit me up on social media. My website, thehomegirlhealer.com, also does the website for this podcast, thecosmicdrag.com. You can also find me on Instagram at The Homegirl Healer, YouTube, The Homegirl Healer, TikTok at The Homegirl Healer, and definitely make sure that you send me any links to any tarot or oracle decks made by Black readers, artists. Go ahead and send them my way so that I can go ahead and run them my coins and keep giving y'all this beautiful Black ass content, child. Yes, Melanin, we here for it. So we done already told y'all the new drop date is Sundays and it's going pretty good. So holla at y'all next Sunday. Be safe out there. Don't be eating too much candy and have an amazing, amazing evening. Peace, y'all.
Thank you for listening to The Cosmic Drag with the Homegirl Healer. Subscribe to the podcast so you don't miss an episode and connect with the Homegirl Healer on social media so you always know what time it is. Follow Reshena at The Homegirl Healer on Instagram, Facebook and YouTube, and at The Homegirl Healer on Twitter and Clubhouse. And share this podcast with anyone you know who could use a good dragging from the universe.